Welcome back to the Clutch Buckets podcast. My name is Josh Tyson.
I'm Kyle Spence.
Their profession, our passion, your court. Check ball to you, Cal. What's good?
Check ball, Tyson. How you been, brother? You know, we are less than 30 days out, Tyson, from the new basketball season. So that's what we do. We took time off so that, again, people will want to miss us. And now we said, you know what, now that we're wrapping back up to this new season, what better time than this to now bring some new news to your situation? So what's going on with you, Tyson? Tell me something new.
Man,
what's been watching any basketball news? What's
I know I have, man. Off the break, man. If you want to talk about it, man, heard Zion out here, man, talking about the, team finally bleeds. He finally got the team bleeds in them after 6-7 years in the league.
Yes, I think that's Zion Williamson. What year is he in? After a max contract, is now reportedly lost a lot of weight. And I think it was upward to, was it 30 pounds? What was the number that he did lose? Yeah, they said it represents between 30 and 40 pounds that he's lost in the off season, coming into this season with the New Orleans Pelicans looking fresh.
Isn't that every season though? I think
this is so. Okay. If none of our Clutch Buckets watchers know, there's a cycle that tends to happen, just like seasons change. From spring to summer to fall to winter, and back around. Same thing happens in the offseason. You're going to see three specific things. Ben Simmons shooting three-pointers, Luka Doncic losing weight, and Zion in still pictures looking like he's lost a ton of weight. That's how you know that the season is preparing to start.
That's like you right now it's coming through.
So this was kind of like Groundhog, like, okay, we expect this to happen. It happened. Congratulations. But once we see him on the court, that's where it matters most. Right. And so this 30 to 40 pound weight loss, Tyson, how do you feel about that?
So my bad. So just real quick going back. So maybe there's some it's hard to eat well while you're on the road, Cal. That's why, going into the season, you ain't traveling as much. Going into the NBA season, you traveling all over the place, man. It's hard to stay consistent on the road. You know what I mean?
I would beg to differ, Tyson. I think the question that we need to ask ourselves is, how professional is Zion Williamson? And I would like to be inclined to think that Zion Williamson has a propensity to indulge more than he is to have discipline. And this just seems to be one of the few seasons, in fact, the only season where it looks like he's coming into the regular season game ready as far as his health and conditioning is concerned. But I think that the interesting part of this, Tyson, is that Jeff Teague's 520 podcast, he and his cohorts, they were having a conversation about Zion Williamson, to which Jeff Teague, of course, he was kind of upset because he felt as though the professionalism isn't there. And so he says that he said it in passing. So, of course, it's probably just out of frustration. He said, I'm no longer a fan of Zion Williamson. Do you feel as though that's a fair take?
Cal, it's one thing. You already know ex-NBA players talking about other players. There comes to a point where if they don't even want to hear you talk anymore, because it's just utter nonsense, there's a problem. There's a Jeff Teague was literally on there like, yo, shut that off, man. Because he didn't even want to hear you more. Because how can you sit up there and say, after a team has given you max contracts, done everything, sent everything your way from chefs, dietitian, weight loss specialist, it was patient throughout all your injuries, all your being out of shape, and not once, Cal, by the way, not once was there a rumor about them trading him. Not once. Yeah. You talking about true belief? You talking about taking it back to the Sixers, trusting the process like no other? And then you get up there and say, Well, and I think this team really believes in me. So what? What changed? What changed? I don't. That, no, that's wild, bro.
I don't know what changed, and that's such a good question. There are certain players in the league where 30 for 30 wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that Zion is one of them because I honestly couldn't tell you what changed within him. I'm happy that it happened because I was a fan. I actually wanted him to win.
Oh,
I felt as though he was a young Charles Barkley with a Shaq type dominance, a Charles Barkley type dominance, and the athleticism, agility, everything at this weight. It's like, man, this dude's an unstoppable force. And he's sat out more games than he's played in his tenure in the NBA. So that suggests that something is wrong. And so injuries are continuing to hammer this guy. And it seems as though all of the professional players, retired or not, are saying that if you get into better conditioning, you would have less injuries. And apparently he has chosen not to do that. And then magically, whether this is a contract year, an extension year, or what, all of a sudden the magic is like, you know what, I'm going to buy in to you guys who have bought into me for all these years and watched me sit on the sideline in street clothes. I think that this is the only season to prove his worth. Otherwise, weight gain, weight loss, the Lakers in 5, basically, it doesn't matter. You're going to not be a contributing asset to this team. I would rather you to go elsewhere.
Hey, it might be the fear. Like, he saw what the Dallas Mavericks did to Luka. He was like, oh, wait, okay. And that they ain't playing now. Yeah, I might need to get my stuff together. You know, they not playing no game. So, you know, maybe I just need to go ahead, go to the gym tomorrow, man, work out a little bit more. You know, let me hit up my train real quick, man. You ready to get back on the
I mean, I don't even know if he had his number until recently. No. I don't even. He just found this. Like, you know what? Let me try.
He had to contact the Pelicans for it. He definitely had to
get the trader's number. Like, who's this? The prank call. Like, y'all need to stop playing with me. Now, in the same vein, because this is conditioning for this person. Anthony Davis, also known as Street Clothes Davis, to some, Street Clothes AD, all damage. All of these different types of monikers that he's worn because of the fact that he's also injury riddled. He has also come into the training camp at 268 pounds, which is roughly 15 pounds more that he would usually land. And there's concern about that. Now, I did read an article before we got on that says that maybe it's just muscle mass or help them to cushion from any potential injuries that may happen during the season. This may not be a bad thing. Do you think this is a bad thing, Tyson?
The problem, man, is so I will give AD credit. He's been a lot more available than Zion, but it just seems like there's always something going on with AD. And man, look, at the end of the day, man, it's really all about, man, are you really taking care of yourself the way that you need to, man? And being in the off season, you come back like this. Like, are you trying to pull a James Harden move? Like, you trying to dip? Like, what's going on? How we coming into the season out of shape? But and then, you know, unfortunately, he had to come with the glasses. They say he got to wear goggles for the rest of his NBA career. Straight Horace Grant style out here. So hopefully that motivates him to put in effort on the court like Horace Grant did. You know, Horace Grant was a workhorse out there, man. So you never know. It might be motivation, Kyle. You know.
What was the most recent Anthony Davis injury that took him out of the playoffs? What was it?
So he came back and then it was a stomach issue. And then right after the stomach issue, he played again, and then they got knocked out in the play.
He got a left adductor strain in his groin. So he had a groin strain, quad strain.
Okay. Yeah.
Anthony Davis is a unique case because in previous episodes, I have said shout out to him for actually playing maybe more than 60 something games in like 2 seasons almost back to back.
Yeah.
So the tides were turning. I don't know if they stay turned because it seems to have shifted a little bit back where he's coming in heavier. He's coming off a detached retina, so he has to wear eyeglasses for, for his playing duration. We already know his history. These are not players, Tyson, that I would ever want to invest in. As much talent as it is that they have, the risk is not necessarily worth the reward, especially as aging talents. They're not young, so they can bounce back more quickly. Continue to Father Time will continue to be undefeated, and this might be another issue. So what I'm hoping, though, is that the article that I read got it right, that this is just muscle mass that he's gained to protect himself from future injuries, or at least mitigate as much as possible.
That's like a protection layer.
Whether or not this bubble wrap is real, we're going to find out. But that whole team, not whole team, because I'm just being hyperbolic, that team's brightest stars, Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving, are also injured. Kyrie Irving has the ACL. Was it ACL? Did he tear his ACL?
MCL, ACL, yeah.
MCL, ACL, one of the CLs.
All right, but one of them. But you saw, man, he was back on the court. That's right. He was back in decent. There was some conflict between the coach and the coach and GM getting on the same page with it, though. You heard about that?
No, I haven't. What happened there?
Yo, so, Nico Harrison is out here like, he just trying to boost up the fans, getting them ready to come back. He was like, Kyrie's ahead of schedule, really optimistic about it. Then, of course, boy comes back, the head coach comes back, is like, no, I wouldn't. I want to, basically squash the narrative. Like, she's ahead of schedule. She's on the schedule. Right. So we just want to keep it right there.
No hope for the future right now. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right. Is Nico on the same page with anybody, dog? It don't seem like
no.
He's just about
nobody. He don't know what's going on.
Just in his own world.
Nico don't know what be going on, if we be honest. And that's why I don't think that even if a healthy Kyrie, AD, Cooper Flag, and apparently Daniel Gafford, was it Daniel Gafford?
Yeah. He was injured.
No, not Gafford. Blake, what's my man name? Blake Lively, if that is
name. Yeah, Lively. Not Blake.
The other center.
Yeah, the other one. We'll just say Lively.
Let me see what Derek, not the white man, Blake Lively. Derek Lively. That dude grew 2 inches. Do you know that?
I didn't.
He and Victor Wembanyama have grown 2 inches over the summer. They remeasured. Victor is now 7'4". Yes, he's now 7'4". And Derek Lively, the second, he is also reportedly grown 2 inches. But I'm saying that even with that talent, with that ownership, I don't see where it's going to gel well. I think there's always going to be that disconnect, and you need just as good of a GM as you have as a team. And if you're missing somewhere in between, your success will be limited, is what I'm basically trying to say. So good luck to them, I guess. In the other recovery news, however, my guy, Jason Tatum, of the Boston Celtics, who tore his Achilles mid-game against the New York Knicks in the post-game playoffs. He is, I believe, about 20 weeks out from his initial surgery for Achilles repair. And in 20 weeks, Jason Tatum is now seen on the court in almost NBA speed type of motions. And jumping.
That's wild.
And Tyson, Should I be confident or concerned?
I mean, they said technology in the healthcare space improving every day. And obviously, we've seen it firsthand in Jason Tatum. I mean, we've never seen anything like this already. Already, like you said, though, I've never heard of anybody doing the surgery within 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I think that may speed up the healing process because there's no time, like you said, for any infections to get in there, for anything to prevent it from healing the way it's supposed to heal. So, man, yeah, I mean, mercy. Shout out to the physicians, man. Big shout out.
So you're telling me that I should feel confident?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. My thing is, here's one thing they won't do, Kyle. They're not going to steer their premier player in the wrong direction health-wise. See, like they're going to take their sweet time. So if he's already back on the court, that means he's ready to be on the court. I mean, this is a franchise player, bro. This is who they're going to build around, and especially 2027. So, 2026. So,
no,
come on, 2026, y'all getting a whole bunch of people back. By the way, man, I appreciate y'all letting us get your boy Al Horford, man, while y'all in the rebuilding process. That's a lot of love, man. So, over in Golden State now.
Can we talk about that for a second? Talk about it, man. So I had a lot of grieving over the summer for all things Boston Celtics. And let me just break it down for a moment. From the least to the greatest, they're all loved. Luke Kornet went to the San Antonio Spurs. That's my guy. All right. Yeah. They used to call him that as True Soldier on all of these channels. Then we lost Drew Holiday. Back to Portland, and rumor has it Dallas Mavericks are entertaining trying to get him. That's scary.
Wow, that is scary.
Then we lost Kristaps Porzingis. Oh yes. Then we lost Kristaps Porzingis to.
Were you really that hard off that, no?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not. Because he is our version of Zion Williamson. He can only give you 50% of the games, but they gonna be a good 50. You know what I mean?
By the way, man, I've never heard the wildest part was the dude wasn't even physically injured. It was respiratory issues.
Yes.
I've never
he had long COVID or something. Like, I don't know what.
Like, straight up. They didn't want to say that. They didn't want to shut down the NBA, go into a bubble. But what else could it be?
Then we lost Big Al Horford, number 42, I believe, to the Golden State Warriors. Man. And he got a multi-year contract with y'all too.
Multi. This ain't no veteran 1 year minimum, though. Multi. Yeah, I was like, first of all, how do you finagle that? And how much longer you really got? My boy gonna play.
How much longer do you really got?
Yeah, but Horford, he ain't trying to go back home. He don't want to watch them kids.
Clearly, he like Tom Brady. Like, come on now, just go home. Go home, sir. We're fine. Now, I love Big Al.
I'm straight.
He's one of the best teammates that I feel as though we've ever had in any of our runs.
That's why I think that's why the Warriors really wanted him to.
I agree for the cohesiveness, that idea of being on a locker room veteran and a great asset on the court.
Yeah.
But to make matters worse, Tyson, after all of that, I saw Marcus Smart at a Lakers jersey, and he was talking too. So it was real.
I know that broke.
Oh, I almost broke my TV.
Yeah, I know you needed a moment.
I almost broke my TV.
Yeah. I already know. I know I know you should maybe a little tear off that.
Why would he? But like, off the principle alone, why would Marcus Smart do that to himself? I feel as though he should love himself more than to do that to himself. But he over there sitting down talking about the West and felt it. Almost threw up just now. I need to move forward. I'm not feeling any of this.
He's gonna buy his jersey just to burn it.
I would buy, I don't even know if I would be so conflicted. Like, should I burn it? or should I like pray for him? Like it's like it's either or because how could I do? Man, it's just
I know that was your boy too.
it doesn't. I'm not going to trip too much. I just need to make sure it's out there. I hope they lose.
Yeah,
but I hope he stays
I'm here
healthy.
if you need me, dog. I'm here if you need me. I know that's gonna be tough to watch, bro.
Yeah, if you're talking about the Warriors, you guys look good. You got Butler back. Kuminga just re-signed finally after this silly stalemate that has happened
for like 2 years.
It's silly. Why were we here? This was a waste of time. You got the Currys. You got the Curry brothers. Seth Curry is signed with the Golden State Warriors as well. This happened today. Yeah. Then you got Al Horford. So I feel as though y'all are in a good spot.
His dad and mom only have to go to one game?
Only got to go to one game. I say.
I know they ain't going together. That's tough. But at least they.
Why they ain't going together? Oh, yeah. They are.
Yeah, it's been a little while. About that. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah. We ain't going to get in that. But yeah, man. I mean, that's love, though, man. I think we should put a bet now. Who is going to have the better shooting percentage?
Definitely Steph. Like, I don't even know why this is not a conversation. Seth Curry can shoot, but
Seth had him a couple years. Shooting percentage.
That was early.
Yeah. But Steph shoots more.
Yeah, volume shooters are going to probably have a harder time having a high percentage. But true shooting percentage, I think, is still going to be Steph Curry. So I'm not worried about that. But that's going to be super cool to see.
That's going to be on the same, bro.
That are lights out anyway.
Steph hitting his brother in the corner, bro. That's going to be dope.
Curry to Curry. It's going to be a thing. It's going to be.
I'm surprised this hasn't happened sooner, by the way. But I think Seth wanted to make his own name for a while. I think he probably vetoed that mug a little while. He wanted to establish himself. He established himself as a premier three-point shooter. Now he can do it.
Yes. And his respect. I think that he set himself aside and apart from Steph Curry in such a way that it's not just names on paper like LeBron and Bronny. It's really, no, this is actually a good fit for this team because he can run and gun just like the rest of the Warriors can.
Right.
So I think that was actually a really good pickup. While we out west, I know that we have a couple of last topics before we bounce, but one of them I just want to bring out that Kawhi Leonard is hilarious to me.
Come on, talk about your favorite NBA player.
Right. I used to like Kawhi Leonard when he was a Spur. After that, y'all could have that guy. I think that this case that is happening with the Los Angeles Clippers, the owner Steve Ballmer, as well as Kawhi Leonard and his involvement is a very interesting and peculiar case where I think that we underestimate the diva-like behavior that is of Kawhi Leonard. And I want the world to recognize that just because you're quiet, just because you don't make too much noise, and just because your laugh sounds like you're opening a creaky door, doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to have diva-like behavior. And Kawhi Leonard is one of those people.
He's definitely got that entitlement. He's like a Karen when it comes to the entitlement, dog. Like they do when they were recruiting him to come to the Clippers, they tried to give him the max. They try to give him everything. He's like, look, I'm not going to come unless there's at least like 10 mil more. And then Ballmer was like, bet, we'll work that out. Let's open up this business real quick. The diva-like manner, though. He wasn't going to come unless that was happening, bro.
Oh, he wouldn't even want to play. He would sit out,
chill at the
sore back. He's like, until that check cleared, we got to soar back until that time.
And see, once you set that, that's the scary part of what happened and where the NBA is now. Because once you set that precedent, look at the state of the NBA. Now it's all about load management. Now players, hey, you know what I mean? My finger tingling today, man. I don't think I'm going to shoot right. I'm going to have to sit out today. You know what I mean? Now so you just got paid You just got paid $300,000 for this game for sitting down. Nah, bro. Nah.
That's how it works.
It's because you wasn't feeling it that day. You woke up.
We should have been NBA players, Tyson. We missed our opportunity.
We did,
because the things that they're allowed to do, and we are out here just struggling.
It's absurd. Yo, I mean, we could play international. I'm just saying, we could get on that bandwagon, come back and play in the G League. I mean, we still got it, Cal. I'm just saying.
Question. You know who should go international right now? Russell Westbrook. He needs to play for the Shanghai Sharks or the Taiwanese Tigers. I don't know where he needs to go, but he needs something.
Yo.
Because the way that the NBA has basically chewed up and disregarded Russell Westbrook after a very successful Hall of Fame career thus far, he is going to be a Hall of Famer. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close. Russell Westbrook is first ballot, 17 NBA seasons, and going into the 2025-2026 season, after declining the player option, I believe, with the Denver Nuggets, he is going, the regular season's training camp has begun with no Russell Westbrook on any team thus far.
Nobody.
I said, can you please explain to our Clutch Buckets folks why this is happening?
Clutch Buckets. Yo. Let me just say, let me throw that out here real quick. If Westbrook went to China, they would forget all about Marbury and they would put a statue of Westbrook. That's how dynamic I think it would be. But yo, let's just talk about real quick, dog. It's what we've been talking about, I think, since we started the podcast, though, guys.
Yeah.
The productivity of Russell Westbrook. Hey, we said it already. First ballot Hall of Fame. He done some amazing things in his career. But if we're really being honest of what he brings to the game and what he produces, you cannot deny his energy and his effort on the court. We say that. Everybody else says that. Our only question to all the fans, all the news reporters, what does that energy translate into? Now, I'm with y'all. Like, yo, you hitting all the goals on Fitbit. On Fitbit, you're amazing. Yeah, I mean, you hitting all the cardio.
That brings me closing. This Apple One rings close so fast.
But yo, we looked at the stats. We broke it down, Kyle. Is it additional rebounds? No. Okay. It's the assist. He comes off the bench. He brings energy with the assist. Okay, no, it's not the assist. He bringing the energy. Momentum is high on defense. He's a lockdown defender. No, that's not. That's not okay. Yo, no, he motivates his players to do. They shoot better. He hits them in their spots. No, yo, he's worked on his shot, Kyle. He went from 32% to 36%. No. Hey, no, he's getting to the line a lot more, and his free throws jump to like 90%. No, none of that, y'all. So now everybody sees, we see the results. Why is he a free agent, Kyle? Are people, GMs and coaches finally like, yeah, I don't know if he's going to get us over the hump, y'all. I don't know if he's going to get six man of the year next year. I don't know if we really trying to be a playoff team. Like, I mean, he gonna make them big IQ decisions down the stretch that we saw with the Nuggets in the playoffs. Remember, Jokic, they were saying had nobody around him. He had a couple players hurt. Wasn't nobody really stepping up. So everybody was looking what? Like Westbrook, okay, my boy, it's time for you to step up. This is your moment. They had to go pull numbers 10 and 11 off the bench. It was like, yo, we need some offensive help. We need some help. So where are we now, y'all? The state of Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that this segment should be called the I Told You So segment, because we've been saying this for so long. We've been preaching this. This is what we call proselytizing. We told y'all that Westbrook doesn't convert to wins. It doesn't convert to success in the postseason. We've said this. And it almost feels as though some type of gaslighting is happening somewhere, because the teams, the players on the teams swear up and down that Russell Westbrook is like the best locker room guy, the best player to have on their team, the absolute number one if they had to choose in their lifetime, the best person to have. That better be personality, because they can't talk about gameplay to say this is why we need him on our team. Otherwise, these same players that are high caliber, that have multi-year contracts, they could have advocated for him to be on their team. Otherwise, they wouldn't extend. We need to name a team that he's been on where they have fought to have him back. I'll wait. How many teams has he been on now, Tyson? Did he graduate into the Journeyman? Now he's in the Journeyman Hall of Fame. How many teams has he played for now?
Ain't nobody making that call. 7.
Oklahoma City Thunder, Washington Wizards, Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Clippers. They're the Denver Nuggets. He's played for 6 teams so far.
16. Yeah.
No team has brought him back. He's played with the best of the best, from KD to LeBron to Jokic. Nothing has translated. So if we're seeing that same, the best of the best have so much leverage that they can do so much with it. Have we seen a conversion? Have we seen people saying, bring him back? Something is fishy, and I don't know what it is, but I do know that as much as we can identify him as a top tier talented player in this league, going to be first ballot Hall of Fame, all of that, no doubt.
Of course, y'all got all that. We got it.
You got it. But there is a but. It's not enough. It's not enough. There's no team that I can think of currently that I would say, you know what they need to get over the hump? Russell. You know a team that will get you over the hump, Tyson? With Russell Westbrook. Please tell me.
His game translates right now to just getting people in the seats for a bad team. It is what it is. We not winning. So we might as well just bring them in for that electric energy. It's electric. And like he said, he might be, that veteran leader in the locker room. He might be a Haslam. Put him on the bench, but don't play him. Look, I don't know. But my thing is at the end of the day, man, like we just talking about what it translates to today. And look, I think all the NBA players got mad respect for Westbrook, as they should. As they should, because of what he's brought and what he's done to the game. And as they said, so nobody wants to say, no, it's all the energy, that effort, he's, and the locker room presence, yes, all day. Our only question was, does it translate to dubs? That's it.
Answer is no. The answer is no. I don't trust him just as much as I don't trust the process with the Philadelphia 76ers, where we are now seeing that Joel Embiid has yet to be seen, mind you. And I think that I don't even know if he started training camp, but I do know that he was still having some inflammation in his knee. I do know that Paul George won't be able to start training camp.
No.
Probably is it shoulder issues with him? I'm not clear.
But he still wants that Kawhi money, though. Yeah, that's still there, though.
There are certain episodes of Clutch Buckets podcast where we should do deep dives on just certain players. And the delusions of grandeur that they may have.
Yeah.
Because what I believe PG believes he possesses in talent has unfortunately been his only thoughts, not the general team's thoughts. And how many teams had he been on? He was a Pacer, a Thunder, a Clipper, Sixer.
I think just 4.
That's it? Just 4?
Yeah. But I think, all right, so whose fault is this? I blame the GMs. It's the GMs giving him money like he is that guy, Cam. So can you blame the man for not believing he the guy? I'm just
saying, you said it best.
Like he is the superstar. They keep paying him like he is.
You said it best, Tyson. You said that certain people may not necessarily see the value in you talent-wise, but see the value in you from an entertainment perspective. Paul George is the T-Mac of today's age for the young people. They think he's a shoulda, woulda, coulda situation to say, bro. Smooth. They put the Erykah Badu, didn't you know, in the background, overlaying his slow motion, cross you left, cross you right, pull up, step back, through the leg, everything. Thinking that, man, this dude is so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
But that is just, what do they call it? Revisionist history, where he was good then, he's not good now, because he can't stay healthy, and he's combined forces with probably the second most unhealthy player in the NBA in Joel Embiid. Where is Embiid? I feel as though we need to put an APB out on trying to find out where's Joel Embiid and how is he doing. I don't mind the guy besides him flopping, but where in the world is he?
I don't understand how you on the floor every time you dunk or lay up.
Every time.
Every time. You know that's wear and tear in your body. You're too big for that, bro. You're too big. You can't. Come on, man. Also, this is what I blame on the GMs too. You already have your franchise player who's prone to injury. You know this for a fact. You go and get somebody else who's prone to injury? Because this is going to make our team better. I guess in their minds, if he's not available, he might be available and vice versa. But no, you go and get another who just has injury. I don't understand that, bro. Like, at least go and get somebody reliable who you know is going to be there game in, game out, bro. But now that's on them, man. I don't know. Like, they need to just go ahead and whole administration just wipe them out, because that whole trusted process administration needs to go and
the whole thing,
bro.
I would center my team around Tyrese Maxey right now than I would around Embiid or Paul George.
That is a great take, because if you do that, you can maximize your return on investment right now.
No pun intended.
Right now, by trading Embiid and Paul George.
Yes.
You know what you can get back there?
You can get some good stuff back. Yo, especially if you don't play him. Don't play him. Just say, look, he is freshly healed. Just throw him somewhere. Who would you give him to?
Hey, he'll pass all the health exams. He's good.
Yes.
Utilize it now, bro. Like, man, go squash everything, build up like you did, like the Thunder. I don't know why everybody is not following the Thunder philosophy or the Rockets philosophy. Why aren't we doing that? You know you cannot get anywhere moving forward with this version of Embiid and this version of Paul George.
I agree.
We already know the decline of Embiid. It's been here. His knee is not going to get any better. Unfortunately, you know it's not going to get better. Paul George isn't getting better. Paul George he's in my mind, he's been on the way out. His mind ain't been there. He ain't been that player.
He ain't playoff P. That's podcast P.
Like, come on,
That is
man.
podcast P. Paul George been hung it up in his mind.
Been in his mind. He'll be out there. He don't want to win for real, guy. My boy just still love the checks. He love the lifestyle, man.
I agree.
But see, for me, that's nothing we always talk about. That passion for the game. Have you felt that passion from Paul George?
Absolutely.
At any time. Right.
No. Well, maybe early pages, but that's when he probably had a shot to like upset the Heat or something.
That's it, though.
But that's it. He's been a James Harden where it's like, dog, I'm just here for the money.
That's it.
Just show me the money. I'm cool. I don't have to win. Just make me money.
I'll get my 17 to 20 a game, bro. Wrap it up. I'm good. That's easy work. You know what I mean? There's no true passion, bro. And like yes, he's been injured, but at the same time, too, you've been taking care of yourself, my dude. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Whatever it is, I do know that you are correct in that we have no hope for the 76ers, and I don't think they have it either.
Yeah. That's the wild part, too, because the East is wide open. This is their time. Wide open.
Have all the opportunity with all of the major stars down, injured, ain't got nothing going on. This what y'all gonna do. But that's fine. We don't expect them to do anything anyway. So
isn't this why they trusted the process to be in a situation like this?
Yes.
To where the East is wide.
And I guess that trust was not earned, and neither will it be earned in the near future. But that's the state of the NBA as we go into literally the season, which begins on when does the season begin? NBA season starts October 21st.
Yeah,
so that's October 21st, which is October 1st right now. So I don't even know. We're closing, but I don't know because the Celtics look a little trash.
It's a different year for you guys.
It's a different year. I'm going in with no expectations, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, you could always jump on the Warriors bandwagon, bro. Come on over to my side of life, man.
I may because of Al, but it's going to be offset because Jimmy's over there. I don't care for Jimmy. So I'll just remain neutral on that. Rooting that you guys do well. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting season for me, Tyson. I'm going to be looking at the newly formed Rockets, which they need a point because Bad Fleet, he's down. This is where Westbrook is to kind of team back up with his old guy.
It is good. You're right.
Make some things shake.
Yo, what player do you genuinely enjoy watching play?
Victor Wembanyama.
Really?
Yes.
I'm never
freakishly impressive. Why is he so flexible? Why can he shoot? Why can he dribble? And how is he able to dunk without jumping? Like the idea of him being a defensive threat and an offensive threat at his weight is impressive to me. I actually enjoy watching him play. Really? I really do. Other than him, everyone else is kind of like, you kind of see it all, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of see some of Tyrese Maxey is an exciting player to watch, but I'm not going to say I'm tuning in to watch a Tyrese Maxey game. If that
because then you got watching Embiid and Paul George too.
Right. And then it's just a bunch of people laying on the floor like half of the game. Every time I turn around, they getting up off the floor like, what is happening? But yeah, I think because of his unique abilities, I think that's why I enjoy watching. Yeah. What about you?
We already know, man. Bulls re-signed Giddey again. So I mean, it should be interesting time for the Bulls, but I mean, that's not gonna set us over the mountain at all. I mean, but the East is wide open. You never know. You never know.
Good. Where's Zach went? Zach went to the Kings, right? He teamed up with DeRozan and now.
I never know what the Bulls are doing. It's just insane. But you would think it would be like rebuild, but that's not even happening. So
right, you don't even know. It's like if you had to like ask like the GM, is this a rebuild or not?
No,
Did we blow up or not? Because no one knows where y'all are in the process of it.
What you mean? We right where we want to be. We investing all in on Giddy. Giddy is our favorite.
That's true. That is a very fair statement.
That's wild. That's wild.
Well,
but yeah, man,
either way.
my Warrior boys though. So that's gonna be exciting.
We have a team to root for.
So now that they finally settled this whole Kuminga debacle, I think he could truly just go ahead and focus in on the game itself. Hopefully that gives him confidence enough to improve his game and get settled into the Warriors mindset. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. So we'll see. That's all we can do. Because what an immature person, man. So anyway, I'm not. That's a different story for a different day.
I'm surprised they signed him. I'm surprised they didn't let him go. That's why
I think that I would. If I signed you for a little bit, I'd bury you. If I signed you for a really good steal, I'd bury you before I put you on the court. If I just felt like being malicious, I would do that for sure. But again, that's just our introduction. In 20 days, we'll have more to discuss the beginning of the NBA season. But this is the Clash Buckets podcast preseason conversation going into the regular season. So thank you for tuning in with us. We appreciate your support. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. My name is Kyle Spence.
And I'm Josh Tyson.
And we out. Peace.
Yeah.